Live from Birmingham, our Midlands correspondent, Phil Mackey. Eddie, I started the day at Parkview Academy, which is one of 3 schools in the same trust, and among those 5 which have been rated inadequate and placed into special measures, which means governors and staff could be replaced. It was told it wasn't doing enough to protect children from extremism, it wasn't teaching children properly about sex and relationship, it wasn't preparing children for life in diverse and multicultural Britain, and that girls were being excluded in some parts of the curriculum. The schools issued a strongly worded defence and pointed to its high academic achievement for both boys and girls as evidence that there was no discrimination. An emotional assistant principal, Lee Donaghy, said it wasn't true that the school was failing to protect its pupils from extremism.
For the community in which you now stand, as visitors covering our story, our school stands as a beacon of hope against isolation, poverty, drugs, crime, and yes, potential extremism. Parkview is part of the solution, not part of the problem. It is a beacon like no other in this area, a school which achieves what many thought impossible. Poor, inner city, Muslim children achieving as well as any children anywhere. And now that beacon risks being extinguished.
One of the main criticisms of the schools which are rated inadequate was that they were introducing conservative Islamic ethos to the schools, interfering with children's personal lives, which was in effect altering the way that important subjects could be taught about such things as relationships and sex education. I spoke to Irfan Zahir and Adam Bashir at lunchtime today. They're in year 11 doing their GCSEs. They gave me different opinions about whether the school was too Islamic.
I wouldn't say it has become Islamic because 99% of the people in school are Muslim.
Do you disagree? You think it's become a bit too much like a faith school?
Yeah, I think it's become too focused towards Islam because they're pushing Islamic views despite it being a neutral school. It's not a faith school, so pushing Islamic too much isn't correct, and they're encouraging prayer more than anything else. They don't allow relationships because they're prohibited in Islam until marriage.
This afternoon, the union at the National Association of Head Teachers said that the story was never about extremism, but it was about governance, and it added that heads have been bullied, victimised, and in some cases forced out of their jobs after coming under relentless pressure from a small group of religious conservatives. The former head teacher at Anderton Park School, Sarah Hewitt-Clarkson, said there have been a number of occasions when she'd felt pressured or bullied.
I had a parent who came to talk to me about an issue, and the parent said, "Look at you sitting there in the man's chair." Another example might be, this time last year my school took part in the School Shakespeare